Hello and welcome on this new weekly market analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. Of course, my friends, I want to remind everyone about the VIP signals which will resume work on Monday, and we are so excited to send back the signals to you, and hopefully they're going to be more reliable and more accurate signals as you have always expected from Xtreme Trader family. And also I want to ask everyone please to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video. Hopefully in this video we can reach more than 250 likes, since I obviously have given up on the 300 likes. Let's now aim 250. As we can see, the Euro USD signals have actually worked well, my friends. The pair has went in the profit for about 100 pips before reversing back to the safe zone, and of course that happened due to the unemployment rate and the non-farm payroll from the USD currency on last Friday. And that was of course the reason I did not send any late week analysis or Friday analysis video, because we are actually expecting the market to be rocked and changed in the direction upon this news, and therefore there was of course no way that I will send the video. So we have to be careful, and we have to be aware about the news that they might always change the direction of the market. So anyway, without further ado, let's now begin analyzing the weekly the market, and let's now begin with the Euro USD. Now regarding the Euro USD, I believe we have to get rid now of the all signal. The all sell signal is no longer valid. The market right now is actually changing the direction, and seems to me like that broken level of a resistance right there, exactly, actually right there, just to be accurate as much as possible, exactly at 1.05690 has actually been respected. So that means that we're expecting from the market to reverse upon the pressure from that previous resistance after seeing here a fake breakout. And indeed we can see that the Euro USD has indeed reversed from that level of a resistance right here. However, the candle of Friday has of course changed everything, and it seems to me like the Euro USD right now is actually going to continue the bullish movement, which means we have to focus on buying this pair. Now moving back to the 4-hour time frame. Now, of course, in the 4-hour time frame, I believe it's very clear to everyone that we are going to start buying the Euro USD exactly from that point, exactly right there at 1.05887. The reason for that, actually even a little bit higher, exactly. Actually, if a little bit higher, yes, that's perfect, yes, just to be more accurate. The reason I placed my line right here, guys, is for a simple reason. We are having here the bullish breakout candle, and if we look at the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle, it lies exactly right there, and that is of course the perfect and right way to draw the horizontal line. On this support pattern, we are having these 4 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and this line, as you can see, is now touching all of these 4 candles. If you have placed your line lower than that, then your entry cannot be accurate, or maybe the market will reverse before reaching your entry, because you have placed your line on the absolute lowest level of the support, and that is of course not good idea. That being said, I have placed my entry point to be exactly at the lowest at the level where this horizontal line is actually touching all of the tails of the support pattern. And of course, if we look at the left side, we can notice how this level was very strong as a support. Pay attention, of course, we had here a real level of a support, which was of course previously a real level of a resistance, and we had here 1 and 2 attempts of a fake support, which indicates that the Euro USD is most likely going to continue the fall right here for about 50 pips, I would say, and afterwards we can start buying this pair, hoping at least for the market to continue the rise to reach that level of a resistance right here at 1.07060. And of course the safe zone, my friends, shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a nearest support as well at 1.05382, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 53 pips against 116 pips of profit. Moving to the Pound USD. Pound USD, my friends, has actually been ranging inside of the safe zone, and as you can see, it went all the way to the take profit level, hit it, and make a profit of about 114 pips of profit for those who have entered the signal and kept it running even though it went inside of the safe zone to the maximum. Still, it was a valid signal. It did not exit the safe zone, and therefore it was a valid signal, and we will count it in. Anyway, As you can see, of course, the reaction of the market happened here after the non-farm payroll news and, of course, the unemployment rate. So anyway, let's see now, my friends, what we can do next with the pound USD. Now, again, let's go to the weekly chart. Now, again, on the weekly chart, we're seeing here this is strong bullish pin bar, which means that the pound USD has actually been respecting that level of a support, and eventually the pound USD is actually going to continue the rise. I believe it's a very simple and straightforward analysis. We don't actually need to analyze it deeper than that, especially that we are on the weekly chart. And as we can see, that level of a strong key support level has been respected finally. Now, moving back to the 4-hour time frame. Now, based on the 4-hour time frame, where exactly can we place our trade for the pound USD? We obviously going to buy this pair. The answer lies, of course, on the trend lines. As you can see right here, we're having that level of a support trend line. And of course, those who are familiar with my strategy of the magic of trend lines, they know very well that actually what we can do right here, of course, is draw here or place a support trend line at the absolute lowest level of a trend line, and simply then drag the same line and place it, my friends, at the nearest support trend line that we can see near to our entry. Now we can see that we had here a support trend line, a fake breakout happened, and then the same support trend line has been respected, and again we had another fake breakout. Now, if we look at the left side, of course, we can see here a very clear support level, as you can see right here exactly, just to be accurate. Perfect. Exactly right there at 1.20269. This was, my friends, a very strong key support level. As you can see, the market has been ranging there for a while, and then this is the bullish breakout candle, and this, of course, the nearest support trend line to that bullish breakout candle. And if we match it up along with that support trend line, we can see that the market most likely is going to continue the fall upon the pressure from the resistance right here at 1.21140. It's going to make a pullback, and it's going to reverse upon the pressure from that support and that support trend line, and after that the pound USD will continue the rise, which means we have to wait for this pair to fall for about 58 pips before we can start buying it. However, if we do that, the take profit level, my friends, has to be placed at least right there at that level of a resistance right here, for one simple reason. We are having here that resistance trend line. And check this out. This is another way to confirm the entry. We are having here this resistance trend line. It has been broken out from with that bullish breakout candle. And therefore, if the market will fall right here, it's also going to be retesting the broken level of a resistance trend line to create, of course, a new support trend line. And after that, it's going to continue the rise till it reach the nearest resistance to the trend line. That being said, we will be aiming approximately 162 pips profit from the signal, and the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right there exactly at 1.18657. The reason is we are actually relying on that resistance trend line and the retest of it. So if the market will be actually able to reach that point, that support right here is going to be the last line of defense, and that's going to be the last point where we can actually expect from the market to continue the fall to before it's going to continue the rise. But that's going to be actually a lot of pips. That's going to be about 119 pips, and we cannot let the trade to run against our direction for that long. That being said, we are actually preparing for 57 pips of a safe zone against 163 pips of profits. Let's now move to the AUD USD. Alright, so again, unfortunately, AUD USD signal has failed. As you can see, the market has already exceeded the safe zone, and afterwards it went back in the profit, but of course after the signal has unfortunately failed. I apologize to everyone who have entered the signal and lost money. Actually, I received a very nice message from someone on Facebook. She said to me that she lost some money on my weekly analysis signals, but thankfully she have been able to recover the losses from the midweek analysis, and that's actually really overwhelming, and actually this is really good and positive reaction from her. She's so positive, And that's of course how Forex trading should be. You can never expect to make profit every single day. And for that reason, we have to be always prepared for the losses, because we know very well that we can recover the losses later. That's why she have actually been able to recover the losses on the midweek analysis and actually made up some profits. I can show you the message, but I need her permission first. However, I will ask her permission after this video, so I will show it to you later on the next video. Anyway, let me just start now analyzing the AUD USD. So as we can see, this is actually very similar to the Pound USD. We are having here this very strong key support level, and finally the AUD USD has actually been able to break out from that support, from that resistance zone. So if I want to make a zone right here, that's of course the zone of a resistance and a support. And as you can see, the weekly candle has actually been able to close above that level of a resistance zone. As you can see, this was of course a support zone in the past. However, it has now become a new resistance zone. However, now the candle has actually been able to close above that level of a resistance zone, which indicates that we are planning to start buying the AUD USD this week. Now going back to the daily chart, and of course we need to get rid of this one so it won't confuse us. Now, based on the daily chart, what we can notice right here, my friends, is that level of a resistance trend line. And check this out. The market, my friends, has respected that level of a resistance trend line. And we can see here the reversal happened. Check out this one. I need to zoom in. Check this out. So as you can see right here on daily chart, this was, my friends, the third attempt of the resistance trend line. So we had entirely one, oh my goodness, 1, 2, and 3 attempts of a resistance trend line. Then on Friday, we had the final breakout from that level of a resistance trend line. Indicates that the AUD USD is most likely going to be respecting that level and retesting the broken level of a resistance trend line. That tells us that we need to start looking for a strong support zone. So moving to the 4-hour time frame right now. All we need to do right now, my friends, is simply draw here a support trend line just like that. Check this out. The market indeed respecting that level of a support trend line. What you will do next is simply like that. Just place your support trend line right here at the nearest support trend line that we can see on this structure. And as you can see here, this was a resistance trend line, and the market has repeatedly respected that level. As you can see right here, this was a perfect reversal, and here we had the fake breakout. However, that resistance trend line has been respected like this. This was of course a support trend line, which has been followed later with a fake breakout. Indicates that the AUD USD is most likely now upon the pressure from the resistance right here at 0.68751 is gonna make a pullback and is gonna fall all the way and respect that level of a support trend line. Moving now to the USD CAD. Alright, so the USD CAD signal, my friends, I'm not sure what happened here. Let me just make a quick review. I think the signal has entirely failed. As we can see, the market has reversed right here. I think this happened on 3rd of January. 3rd of January was I think yes, before, yes, this signal has failed. It was before the midweek analysis video. Again, please accept my apologize if anyone have lost any money with this signal. Of course, I will do the best I can to recover any potential losses. Now, back to the weekly chart. Now, on the weekly chart, we can see right here, my friends, a very strong bearish movement actually. The market actually has respected that level of a resistance, and that candle right here shows us a strength or a pressure from the sellers. They want to push the market to continue the fall, at least to reach that level of a support. Therefore, I don't see any opportunity to do any trading on the USD CAD except for shorting it. Now, moving back to the daily chart. Again, on the daily chart, we can see the reaction of the candles reaching that level of a resistance exactly right there at 1.36480. Every single time the market has made a strong bullish movement right here, it gave up upon the pressure from that level of a resistance, and the last candle has actually proven that. Now, what we can do next is continue shorting the USD CAD at the exactly right level of a resistance. So therefore, let's move now to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, what we can do right here, my friends, is simply draw a broken level of a support trend line just like that, as you can see, this was, my friends, a very strong key support trend line level. It has been respected since August 5th, and as you can see, the market respected that level continuously till finally made here the strong bearish breakout from that level of a support trend line, which means we have to wait for the market to rise again for about 57 pips before we can start shorting again. Now if we look at the left side, we can see clearly that we're having here a very strong key resistance level at 1.881. This was, of course, a very strong key resistance level. It became a support right here, as we can see. Let me just erase the arrow so you can see it right here. These two tails represents a very shy and attempt of a support. However, we can see that the market has instantly broken out from it. Then again later, we're having here the 1 and 2 attempts of that support. Then finally we had the strong bearish breakout candle. Now I believe it's going to be safe to start shorting the USD CAD once it rises again and retest the broken level of a resistance, and of course to create a new resistance trend line. I believe it's a very simple and straightforward signal. We all need to do actually is just waiting for the market to rise for about 48 pips before we can start shorting it. However, for the take profit level, it has to be placed just right there at the nearest strong key support level to the entry at 1.33845, which means we are aiming approximately 100 pips profit from the signal and a safe zone that should not be ranging higher than this level of a previous support right here at 1.35414, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 54 pips against 103 pips of profit. Let's now move to the USD/JPY. Alright, so of course the USD/JPY signal was a good signal. As you can see, it has reversed exactly from the edge of the safe zone and went all the way to the take profit level, making 140 pips of profit, and of course has exceeded that way much more and made a total of 426 pips before of course gave up on the pressure of the resistance at 134.497 and goes back for about 244 pips. What a crazy pair. What a crazy pair, really, guys. USD/JPY is just one insane pair, and I hope I can get it right this time using my understanding and the principle of price action. And now what we can see right here is just clear for me. A real level of a resistance has been broken out from with that bullish breakout candle back in 29 May 2022, and now we had here 1 and 2 very strong attempts of a real support, and more importantly is the price action of the weekly candle. That is, my friends, is my favorite price action, which indicates for a bullish reversal. Once I see this candle appear on the support, I just prepare for buying the market, because actually, especially seeing it on the weekly chart, it means that the market is actually getting ready for a bullish trend. That being said, I'm expecting to start buying the USD/JPY at a certain point. The question is where? So let's now be clear. Actually, if I want to give you the best entry to start buying the USD/JPY, it has to be, my friends, at the absolute lowest level of a support where the line is pointing at right now. Exactly at 130.771. We just have to wait for the USD/JPY to fall for about 130 pips, and trust me, for the USD/JPY at the moment, this is just nothing. This 1 4 hour candle has actually went for about 202 pips, and this 1 4 hour candle, single 4 hour candle, has went in about 447 pips. And again, this other single 4 hour candle has went in about 300 pips also. Therefore, waiting for the USD/JPY to fall for about 120 pips is actually nothing. That's gonna be, of course, my friends, the safest entry that we can have, especially that on the bigger time frame. We can see that we had here a real level of a support, which has been followed later with that fake breakout, and now we can actually expect from the USD/CHF to the USD/JPY to continue the fall and respect the real level of a support. Now we have to be ready for a big safe zone and take profit levels, because the safe zone will be ranging actually for about more than that. Actually, it's going to be till the lowest level of a support right here. Exactly. The safe zone is going to be ranging for about 127 pips. However, the take profit level, that's the good news. The take profit level is going to be ranging till exactly, let me just zoom in to see it. exactly till that level of a previous resistance, exactly right here. This was, of course, a real level of a resistance, which also right here a resistance, which also was a support, as we can see right here. Therefore, if we start buying the USDJPY at that level of a support, that previous support right here is going to be our next target, which means we are actually expecting to make approximately 214 pips of profit. Guys, we have to be ready for this signal. We have also to make sure that we are actually investing in this trade with a proper money management. Don't ever enter a big lot on this trade. Enter a small lot size and expect actually to be in loss anyway, but because the USDJPY is really one insane and crazy pair at the moment. However, I believe this analysis is going to be accurate and perfect, and hopefully we will make good profit with this signal. Let me know, please. Write it to you. Moving now to the USDCHF. Alright, so the USDCHF has actually reversed. The market has been ranging entirely inside of the safe zone and reversed exactly at the lowest point of it. And that's actually telling us something. There is a reason why I'm placing the edge of the safe zone at this point. It's not for no reason, my friends. It's not just a random levels. It's always carefully placed there because I was looking at that level of a support at the nearest resistance. So this, my friends, was the absolute level where actually I can expect from the market to reverse at or reverse from. So if the market did not reverse at this point which I have given, it might reverse on that level. That's why it's called entirely a safe zone. And that's the reason we should never place our stop losses exactly at the edge of it, because you are actually going here against my rules. My rules is not telling you that the edge of the safe zone is a stop loss. I never said that, and I'm saying every single time on every video that the edge of the safe zone is not a stop loss. So therefore, where can I place my safe zone, seller? You can place your safe zone right here or right there, anywhere outside of the safe zone. As long as the market is ranging inside of the safe zone, we are safe. As long as the market exits the safe zone, then you are actually in the danger zone right now, and you got to close your trade, unfortunately, in loss. Anyway, that being said, let's now analyze the USD CHF. I think the signal was actually running in a profit of about 95 pips before reverse back, before, of course, due to the non-farm payroll and the unemployment rates. Anyway, moving to the weekly chart. Again, on the weekly chart, we are having something very similar to the USDJPY. Right here, my friends, on the weekly chart, a very strong key support levels has been respected, and the last candle is my favorite price action, which indicates, of course, a bullish reversal. I want to show you example. Let me show you example. Where this candle has appeared on a strong support level, and the market has shot up after the appearance of it. We are seeing the same candle right here. As we can see, after the appearance of it, the candle or the market has went in the upper direction. Of course, it works vice versa. If we see the same candle upside down on a resistance level like this one, as you can see, the market has went all the way down for how many pips? Let me just check it out. It went down for about 538 pips. Anyway, to save your time, let's now start analyzing the USDCHF. So again, after confirming the direction on the weekly chart, let's now move to the daily chart. Now the daily chart also shows us that the market has indeed respected that level of a support. However, now what we can see right here is that the level of a support as 0.92380 is actually a strong level. As you can see, the market has repeatedly respected that level of a support. Therefore, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully I'm not, we can actually expect from the USDCHF to continue the fall for about 42 pips, reaches the same level, just right here, exactly the same level of a support. Of course, I'm on the daily chart. Let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, this was, of course, my friends, the nearest strong key support level to that fake breakout. And after the appearance of that bullish breakout candle, now we can see that the market is getting ready to reach that level of a strong key level of a support. And from that point, we are going to start buying the USDCHF. Now that being said, the take profit level has got to be placed at the absolute highest level of a resistance right here as 0.93989, which means it's going to be aiming 150 pips Meanwhile, the safe zone is going to be ranging just a little bit lower than this level of a support at 0.91904, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 53 pips against 150 pips of profit. Moving now to the gold. Gold, my friends, was one perfect signal. Of course, it has went in the safe zone for about 115 pips before reversed back to the entry and goes all the way to the take profit level. I think it has reversed just few pips before reaching the take profit level. It actually made a total of 300 pips so far and total of 335 pips. I hope you guys have taken the signal and have enjoyed these profits. And also, this is another good example for placing the edge of the safe zone. Check this out, my friends. The market has reversed exactly at the edge of the safe zone. So again, it's important to choose our places of the safe zone. It should never be placed randomly. Anyway, let's now see what we can do next with the USD, with the gold. Now, moving to the weekly chart just to confirm the price action and the direction. Now again, we can see, my friends, that the gold is indeed going to continue the rise till it reaches that level of a resistance, and it has already does. Now, I'm expecting actually from the gold to make a pullback upon the pressure from that resistance level. However, the gold is actually going to continue the rise till it reach that level of a resistance right here at 1903. Meaning the target is actually gonna be level 1900. Now, why am I saying that? For a simple reason. The gold is actually having a very strong bullish momentum at the moment. As you can see, the gold has actually been able to break out from that level of a resistance and that level of a resistance. Keep in mind, I'm on the weekly chart, so each wick actually represents a strong level of a resistance. Therefore, this resistance has been broken out from, that resistance has been broken out from, and that resistance right here has been broken out from. Therefore, the gold is actually rising. The gold actually, my friends, right now at the moment is gaining a lot of strength, and it's just getting the gold ready for another rally to continue the rise. And if we check here the resistance trend line, check this out. The market has actually, my friends, made here a resistance trend line, and right now we can see that the gold is actually rising, and it seems to me like the gold is going to continue the rise till it reaches that level of a real resistance, because here on the middle we had that fake breakout candle, and now we can see that the gold has actually, the gold is yet to make any attempts of a resistance right here. The gold is actually waiting to reach 1903. That being said, we are actually going to start buying the gold. The question is where? So moving now to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, actually I cannot see much on this chart right here, because the candle has actually just made here the breakout from that level of a resistance as well, exactly right there at 1859.05. This was, my friends, a nearest strong key support level to the entry, and of course it became a resistance, a real level of a resistance. As you can see, multiple attempts of a real resistance right here, and fake breakout right here, a real attempt of a resistance, fake breakout, real attempt. As you can see, this level has been respected repeatedly. Then finally we had here the last attempt of a real resistance, and then on Friday we had here the bullish breakout from it, which means the gold is indeed going to continue the rise. Again, the question is where? Now, moving to the 4-hour time frame, all we need to do is simply draw here a resistance trend line and place it just like that at the nearest resistance trend line as well. Now we can see clearly that this was a resistance trend line, and the gold has indeed made here the breakout from it. Now we need to look at the left side to find a strong resistance level a strong support level where we can start actually buying the gold from. Check this out. This level of a support exactly at 1854.85. It was a very strong key support level, as you can see. It was also a strong key resistance level. Previously, my friends, this was a strong key level of a resistance, and therefore indeed we can actually expect to start buying the gold after it fought for about 108 pips. That was, of course, the nearest resistance to that bullish breakout candle, which means that level is going to become right now a new support. As we can see, what else we are also having right here a support level. Therefore, we can actually expect from the gold to continue the fall to till it reaches that level of a support. Therefore, the safe zone should actually be ranging till that level of a resistance. Why? because we are actually expecting from the gold maybe it will actually fall again and reverse at the absolute lowest level of a resistance right here, which is the nearest one to that bullish breakout candle before finally goes in our favor. That's of course normal, it can happen. However, it's gonna cost us approximately 141 pips. That's of course gonna be our safe zone. However, the take profit level has got to be, of course, as I have mentioned earlier, 1900, which means we're actually expecting to make approximately 460 pips profit from this signal against 140 pips of safe zone. And there goes our signals, my friends, for the gold and the USD pairs for this week. Hopefully it's gonna be a very profitable and good week, and also I'm very excited for our comeback of course, in the Telegram group. The VIP signals is gonna rock on fire. I believe the signals will be really good. We have adjusted our signals. The stop losses are very tight right now. It's no longer 50 pips fixed for every signal. It's now ranging between 10 and 30 pips as maximum. Maybe sometimes 45, but that's going to be very rare. Of course, aiming more take profit levels, and we are actually doing the best we can right now to make sure that every client who join us is going to end up in a good profit. So of course, hurry up, my friends, and join the VIP group. We will actually launch our service on Monday, and we actually cannot wait to see you there. So until then, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.